So, who are you texting this early in the morning?
No one?
I know that look. Should I make her one too?
I think she'll be okay.
Tell your girlfriend that I said hello.
What do you mean we? This is not your problem.
Don't be like that, okay?
What? I am trying to figure it out.
What do you want to know exactly? You are nothing like him, okay? Nothing.
They said they could take care of it, but it would need to be soon.
How much?
Sure you're trying to get into this, right?
What is this? I love you, but you have got to tell me what's going on.
Shut up!
I got so much to say, but words don't fit in the space between your arms. And it's hard to recognize.
You couldn't ruin my life.
Wrapped around the weight of my heart.
All right, Parker, Tony, thank you for joining me today to talk about Icon. Very excited. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, my pleasure. Well, Tony, let's start with you. As writer-director, you have a personal connection to the story, don't you?
Yeah. So the story is based off of some memories I had as a kid with my dad. And yeah, it all kind of started just, from the last time I saw him, which was, a memory I had at the arcade, which is all through the film. It's kind of, just always stuck with me. So from there on out, I built this story. I made a short film. And then from that short film, I built it into a feature. And so there's a lot of little snippets and things that I included from my life that, just kind of made it to the screen.
Well, they always say that in screenwriting class, if you're writing a script, write what you know about, something personal. So, and Parker, so tell us about your character and kind of set up the film for us.
Yeah, so Sam is a teenager who is going through some circumstances that not many teenagers would hope to go through. He hasn't seen or heard from his dad since this one fading memory that he has at the arcade. And he's kind of built up his dad in this light of glory, and where he looks up to this figurehead that he hasn't really come to know in his formative years. And he and his new girlfriend Anna are presented with the situation of teenage pregnancy, which is hard to deal with in and of itself. But from Sam's perspective, he doesn't have an example of how a father should be to a young child. That's been absent from most of his life. So throughout the film, Sam is trying to figure out, how can I meet this person and how can he be the example for me that I need, while not recognizing the fact that there are people around him who could be a support system if he would just open himself up to them.
Yeah, Tony, this is a coming of age movie, but there's different types. This one seems pretty heavy. It deals with some serious issues. And, especially the character of Anna. I mean, I thought she was amazing. And, but as a filmmaker on a low budget, how do you solve problems that arose during filmmaking? Can you give us an example where maybe a location didn't work out or you had to think on your feet?
Yeah, I mean, that always happens in indie film. And I mean, luckily, before we did this feature, I was already well versed into making shorts, so everything goes wrong sometimes with short films. But on this, when something would happen, what you do is you build a great support team. So I had producers behind me, I had my DP, I had a whole bunch of crew and cast that were just all super supportive. So if a location dropped out the week before, which it only happened once on the film, surprisingly, we would just work together, not freak out, look at the scenes we got today and focus on that. And then, we could talk about it, in our downtime and just kind of work from there. And that was probably the biggest on-set problem. I mean, the biggest unknown was the pandemic hitting for post-production, which is, a film is shooting it, it's kind of sometimes the easy part.
Absolutely. And Parker, I'm always fascinated with these indie films. This is a serious movie. And so tell me about your audition process. What do you think won over Tony to choose you to play Sam?
Hopefully a lot of things, a lot of good things that he saw in me. I was fortunate enough to meet Tony on my first feature film, which was also an independent, and he was on the crew for that film. And we kind of hit it off and got to talking. And about a year later, a little more than a year later, he contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm working on this independent feature film. I'd like for you to audition for it." And I said, "Absolutely, of course, I would love to do that." And I sent in an audition tape. We met up for a callback and continued to stay in contact. And now here we are.
And Tony, when was that moment you thought he's perfect?
It was at that callback. So, I think, as a director or, even a producer, casting director, you like to know, that you made the right choice. And, once we got into that callback, I had no doubt in my mind that Parker was Sam. And, because we did a big callback. I had met him before. I knew about him. I had him in my mind a little bit, but I didn't want to just kind of give it to the first person I thought could work. So he definitely earned that role with his audition and his commitment to the character. I mean, he showed up. He's like, "Hey, I've been practicing skateboarding. I've been doing all this," and just like really just already had a great stand at the callback.
Yeah, I live with skaters, so what is it? You push Mondo or something? They were saying, we were watching it, or
I don't push Mongo.
you don't push Mondo. I don't know. I'm not a skater. So they were like, oh, they were just going off on it when they saw you skate. It was complimentary, but it's something about Mondo or something. I don't know. So I couldn't figure it out. And Tony, finally, you're at CineQuest, right? And your film has made some different festivals. What has been the reaction?
So CineQuest is actually going to be our premiere.
Excellent.
So we have gotten into some other festivals that I'm not allowed to announce yet because they haven't done their programming. But CineQuest is actually going to be number one. So on March 20th, people can check it out. It'll be available for 10 days virtually. And the response, I will let you know.
I was gonna say, you both have to be excited. Finally, audiences get to see your movie. I can't imagine all the hard work is done and now you put it out there. So congratulations, guys. Good effort, good job. And I wish you all the luck at CineQuest, and let's talk again soon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, thanks so much for having us.
You bet. Take care.